Okay, so what we have right here is a loop of the scenes going round and round, and we want to make a recording of this. So you may not want to have any sound. I have my narration on so you can hear me talk, but right now it's also set to full screen. That's something that we can change that. We're going to do instead, we're going to do this active window so that we have these lines that we can adjust because we don't need to get the panel off to the side. We don't need the stuff at the bottom. Um, it may be a little hard to get, so I'm going to take that and try and just move the whole thing down. Let me see if I can make this work. It's a little hard recording inside. There we go. Now I can see all of those. So once you see that little move tool, now I can adjust my corners a little better. Adjusting to right there, right here. And we don't need, well, you can keep that painted simple house there if you like. SketchUp for Schools, a good thing to have in there. So just try and adjust these to where it's going to give you a nice clean video. If you want to bring this down a little bit further, then that's okay as well. Let's see if we can cut that off. It means where your scenes are is really, really important. Okay, so now we've got rather an odd size, but that's okay. And we're going to start our recording. So we've got this record button. It may be at the top because we don't really have enough room for it at the bottom. And we want to catch it before the very first scene. So since it takes 3, 2, 1, so this part of it is going to be cut off. This is the beginning of the video. So we're going to trim the beginning and ends of these so that we get this house looping around at least, let's say twice. So here we're finishing up our first loop right to there. And let's let it loop one more time. That's coming up at the beginning and stop. So now we've got a video. You shouldn't have any audio there. If you do, you can actually tell it, oh, wait, I didn't want the sound to be part of this. I'm going to go ahead and click done. Now I have the paid version. So yours may have the next thing come up a little bit differently. I'm going to go into the edit video. Yours may come up with this automatically, but we want to just bring in the ends so you can see exactly where that is. So you can see right where the beginning of it is, right there where it's not moving, and you'll bring the end of it to that point. And then you'll find where you stopped it. If it stopped right at the right spot, or then you can trim off the end as well. And you'll have a section in the middle that you will then want to save. So make sure you give your project a name, put the date, because you may record this more than once. And so having different date codes would be a good. So this is simple house scene animation, let's say, and put your name on there as well. And then you should be able to save that. Now you'll notice right here, you'll be able to turn on narration or turn it off. You don't want to show the cursor. So no cursor information was found, but you may want to turn that off in case your mouse was on the screen at the time. And that should do it. We'll be able to, I'll have to use my editor with the paid version to cut off the beginning and the ends. But I don't think that your free version will have that. I'll show you how that works. I'm going to take this and that section and delete it. So you can see it comes to an end. And again, right here at the beginning, I'm going to cut out the beginning. I'm going to take that and say, okay, I want to get rid of that. And now when it plays, it'll play all the way around twice, and then it can loop endlessly. So with me, I do this, and then I'm going to save as a video file. It'll have whatever you named there. So you want to name it beforehand. You want the higher quality, and then you can tell it where you want that video to go. So make sure that you browse to your, if you can get to your file, let's go to desktop. We got OneDrive, NEISD, my 3D modeling project folder, and click OK. And then it's going to create this video. It'll take it just a little bit to go all the way through, but hopefully your version will be very similar to what I have, and that'll be enough to get you the video that you need. Of course, you'll upload that video to your portfolio files, do not delete, so that you can add it to your portfolio.